Hey, what's up? Oscar here with a CD update video. I haven't done one of these in over a year, and I'm just gonna tell you, I don't really buy that many CDs that much now. I've only bought two CDs this year, but in this video, I have five CDs to show. Three of these are from last year, and two of these are from this year. So let's begin. The first album I'm gonna show is the 2018 release, and it is Kimbra's Primal Heart. This album was released earlier this year in April, and this was actually one of my most anticipated albums, but I couldn't find it anywhere. I usually get my CDs from Best Buy, but seeing that Best Buy was going to get rid of their music section, I couldn't really get it anywhere. Even when this album was released, it wasn't even there in stock in person. So yeah, I had to wait for it. But I would have honestly gotten this the first day if it was there in person. So yeah, I really enjoyed this album. I think it's a pretty solid album. There's only like two or three songs that I don't really like that much on this album, and those songs are Right Direction, um, one of the singles, the fourth track, like they do on TV. I didn't really enjoy that song that much in the beginning, but it's kind of growing on me. But I still think that song is like the weakest out of her singles that she has released. And what's the other track? Real Life. That's another song that I don't really like that much. Other than that, I think this is a pretty solid album. Next album is from last year. St. Vincent's Mass Seduction. This album was released last year in October, from what I remember. And I don't really have a lot to say about this album, seeing that it's over a year old. But when I used to listen to this album like all the time, I usually listen to albums, well, the brand new albums that I buy for like a month, and then that's it. But I really enjoyed this album when it came out. You know, St. Vincent continues to experiment with her sound. She continues to experiment where she left off with her self-titled album. Next album, Anthrax, Persistence of Time. This is another one of those albums that I bought this year. And all I have to say about this album is that it's a pretty kick-ass album. I'm pretty sure I have already said that about another Anthrax album. But this album kicks ass, and I think this has to be my favorite Anthrax album. Next album, Santana's Borbolita. This is another album that I really enjoyed, and I think this is their sixth album, because I know I own their first 5 or 6 albums, and then I own their other album that was released last year called Santana 4, so I own 7. Yeah, you know, this has to be Santana's more jazzy album, you know, jazz fusion album. But I really enjoyed this album, but it, you know, it sounds like the previous 2 albums from Santana. And I do really enjoy Santana's jazz fusion albums. And the last album, Chevelle. I don't even remember what this album is called. The North Corridor. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this album. I thought it was pretty average. It starts off pretty strong with the first 3 songs, but then it loses me really quickly. And I think I've only heard this album like 2 or 3 times before I just straight up stopped listening to it. So yeah, that's the last album that I'm gonna show. Thought it was pretty average. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. So yeah, thanks for watching. All right, bye.